Hello, everyone. It's Kate from the Heart's Frontier and also the founder of OracleFest. If you don't know, OracleFest has been this growing movement and vision that has come through journeying and through shamanic visioning and through dreams and through tugs at my sleeve and repeating numbers and synchronicities and those gut feelings and all the things. Basically, every sign was pointing to go continue with OracleFest, take this on, take this mission on for the last year, over a year now. So we're celebrating 1 year old. OracleFest is continuing, I imagine, for the next many years. I have a lot of energy in me for this vision. It doesn't feel like it's going to leave anytime soon, which is a great benefit to all of us, you watching, but also the speakers. All of us are getting something out of this shared vision. I truly believe that. So I wanted to share a few things today, mostly because last year, it was a trial, like a kind of, we would call it the beta test. Hey, is this even going to work? Is this going to fly? Do people even want this? And 125 attendees said, yeah, of course we want this. And it was really our first time throwing it out there. We even had speakers signing up in January. So to have 28 speakers join us and 125 of you really see how important this is, to feel called anyway into some part of this vision, really reached a place in my heart. And so I knew that we had to come back for another year. So this year, it's not going to be 3 days, it's going to be 4 days. It's not going to be 28 speakers, it's going to be 44 speakers. So we have a lot of four symbolism, which I think will give us this really strong foundation to grow upon. And so who knows what the next years will hold, but this big OracleFest online, January 30th to February 2nd, 2026, is going to have 44 speakers, maybe more, but at least has 44. That was like the, hey, you've got to at least call in this many people. We're going to have 4 days full of insights and talks, of course, as is typical with an online event, of speakers, luminaries sharing their stories, sharing song. We're going to have sound healing as well. We're going to have some humor, some laughs. We're going to have workshops. You're going to actually be able to learn tools. We're going to have panel discussions, live reading circles, shamanic activations, energy activations. We're going to have the whole lot, probably even things that I haven't even mentioned yet. But it's going to be a pretty full 4 days, and I'm really excited for it. We had some people last year who even took off a few days so that they could fully immerse themselves in the live experience that is OracleFest online. So hopefully, if you do have the need, if you didn't use all your vacation days this year, maybe that's something you can treat yourself to. But no matter what, even if you're not able to come to every single session, because it is going to be a lot, believe me, even if you're not able to come to every single session, as long as you get one of the full tickets, the 333 early bird ticket, that will cover you. You'll get all the replays as well. So you can enjoy this as the year goes on. Or if you really love what OracleFest is about, you join the Star All Access Pass. You only pay $77 a month for a year, but then you'll get access to all the events, all the replays, all the podium events that come throughout the year, and the many things that we're going to add to the OracleFest sphere this year. So this first year, it's really been a lot about collecting the vision, and for me, receiving, oh my gosh, this is really big. There's a lot that's going to be useful to all of you. And so I wanted to grab all that and figure out how it's going to work. And now this is a year of taking action, which makes a lot of sense and is going to relate right back to you and where you're at in your life right now, because we are headed into a number 1 numerology year. And this number 1 year, it's the first year of another 9-year cycle. So this last year, we've been ending a 9-year cycle. We've been closing down chapters. We've probably been visited by exes and habits that we thought were out of the way, patterns, and maybe things that we didn't even plan to have exit our lives has, exited, sometimes quite swiftly as well. There's been probably a lot more grieving as well. Many, many, many chapters closing. So what I sense and what I received when I journeyed to Oracle Mountain to receive a theme for this year, feels like every big OracleFest online is going to have a theme now, by the way. So the first OracleFest, I was like, this is OracleFest. Let's just see what happens. Now I feel like we need a theme kind of unifying every message and things this year, whether the speakers directly align to it or not, I know that this is going to resonate because this is the Phoenix Rising year. So last year we did have the Fire of the Phoenix transformation journal that went along with our beautiful festival, along with the Tree of Wisdom, the Luminary Library, and the Mystical Marketplace. And this year we are bringing the Phoenix back. We're also bringing the Tree of Wisdom and the Library and the Marketplace all back as well. But the Phoenix Rising is like a symbol of us all rising into a next layer of consciousness together. Truly, our human collective is always raising in consciousness over the years, but it really feels like a marked year where there's a big expansion, a big amount of awakening, and hopefully togetherness, like community consciousness, which I think is such a beautiful thing to celebrate. And that's really what OracleFest is there for. It's not just like an educational summit, and it's not just like an extended podcast or something. This really is ceremony. This is an intuitive experience. This is active and activating. This is healing, transformation. It's also clarifying. You're going to be able to feel really clear. Believe me, I left last OracleFest feeling like I knew exactly what was going on in all the ways that I'd been maybe seeking clarity on beforehand. It's also going to be a year where we step into a feeling of like, I think, unstoppable force. And if you can choose to align with some cool spiritual community, I bet you're going to feel really aligned in the ways that you are feeling unstoppable. Because this is also the year of the fire horse. This is in Chinese astrology. And so this only happens like every 60 years, this energy of fire and horse. So think movement, think fire, think change, think really transformation. And this is exactly why the Phoenix Rising makes a lot of sense. Phoenix Rising and Fire Horse and Universal Year One, all very linked in themes. So it'll be a great year for rebelling against the norm or the status quo, getting out of the comfort zone, holding deep visions of what you see ahead, especially for the next almost decade of life. That's certainly what's been coming in for me as we trail into the end of this year 9. I have been feeling all these downloads of, wow, this is going to be an amazing next 9 years. And what can, and, you know, and also a changing. I know that there's a lot of growth. It's not just, you know, rainbows and roses for 9 years, but certainly I can see that this is going to be unlike anything I've experienced before as an adult going into this next number 1 year. So this year, the Phoenix year, the Fire Horse year, the Universal 1 year, everything feels like it's going to click a lot easier. So if you feel like you've been dragged in molasses or kind of felt like you took, you know, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 5 steps forward this year, and you don't really know where you're at, next year is going to feel a whole lot different. And I really feel that if you join us at OracleFest, it's going to help those clicks and that turning point feel super, super clear. It's going to be marked. It's going to be like an ignition point for you to rise up into exactly the transformation that you have been sensing yourself for yourself. So I have watched people over the last year in shedding these deeper layers and also stepping into a new vision for themselves intuitively, for their healing journey, for their artistry as well. I know I've been focused a lot on my creativity and my artistry as a part of this next evolution. This feels totally linked to the oracle path because it's the inner oracle within us that helps to guide us and prophesize and predict how things can really go well and also what to look out for. So we've also been taking away everything that hasn't really felt right. We've been letting go of a lot of old structures. Collectively, on a global scale, you can see the result of letting go of old structures and what this is doing. It is creating a bit of discomfort and chaos for sure. But also in that kind of darkness is where we learn to trust the unknown. It's where we learn to trust that light is on its way. And so this is exactly why I bring oracles together to share our light and to the luminaries to gather. And for all of us, you know, speakers and attendees, and myself as the host included, that we all can actually learn from each other's path. I'll learn from the attendees based on what you share and how you grow throughout these 4 days together. I'll absolutely learn from the teachers and speakers. I learn something every single time I speak to one of them. It's a very high vibrational field, this Oracle Mountain energy. So if you're here, you're meant to be a part of it. If you're listening, if you're watching this right now, you're meant to be a part of Oracle Mountain. So in whichever way you're able to, we'd love to have you there, whether it's the early bird full ticket, whether you get the Star All Access Pass and you join us for the entire year, you get all of last year, this past year's replays as well. Or if you just join us for the live watch. The live watch is only $44 in this early bird price. So that allows you the ability to watch on YouTube, to view as we're live in the moment. Unfortunately, that doesn't include the replays, but if you love it so much, you can always join the Star All Access Pass, do that $77 a month, and then you'll be able to get all the replays plus access to every event moving forward. So there's lots of ways to join and to take part. I'd love to welcome you in at whatever stage that makes sense. Because the thing is, most of us do have visions and do have spiritual purposes. And if we're not living in accordance to them, we are not feeling right. And I know what that feeling is like. And so I want to help this be easier. If you're feeling pulled to something, but you're just not sure what, OracleFest is perfect for you. If you do know what that something is, but you're just wanting to feel more supported, you feel like you might be missing something, OracleFest will give you some of what you're missing. I guarantee you, I can honestly assure you that if you have been seeking, stepping more deeply onto a spiritual path, OracleFest and the speakers there and the experiences there will resonate with you. There are opportunities to ask questions in our live readings, which I also believe adds a very unique and super beneficial opportunity for anyone who joins, because there will be multiple speakers. It's not just asking one speaker one question. It's you approach the podium and multiple speakers can respond to you and give you some oracle support, just as if you were to climb a mountain in the days of old and go visit an oracle or a group of oracles to receive insight about what you might need to know next in your journey. And it's from this listening and it's from this place of visioning that OracleFest has been born, but also that so many of my life decisions have come from, which is really what stands at the root of this is me, Kate, and just saying, man, have I been through some transformations and some challenging times in life and some great, great, great unknowns. And there still are many great, great, great unknown. But the trust that is possible when we lean into this path is so, so powerful. I really believe that it's for all of us. And so it must be shared. And so we have 44 speakers. Like I said, we have people who would consider themselves visionaries or mystics. We have shamans or shamanic healers or practitioners, astrologers. We have authors. We have hypnotherapists, also like myself, past life hypnotherapists. We have creatives. We have writers and creators of many different art forms, actually. We have sound healers, thought leaders, oracle deck creators. All of them are weaving their medicine into this one collective event and into this fire. And it's a different structure and a different feel. I haven't seen anything like this out there because that's why I built it. Otherwise, I just would have joined some vision that someone else had because it would have resonated and it would have been the thing. I don't think this thing exists anywhere. OracleFest has a really special energy on its own. And so if you're wanting something that feels connected and invites an opportunity for you to communicate, if you're just watching, then, or if you're solely watching as the live watch, you can chat on the YouTube. And if you're in the Zoom room and you're getting all the replays, you can chat in the Zoom room, ask your questions and everything. So we'll all be there. I have a goal, and it arrived to me through journeying. When I went to Oracle Mountain, I said, okay, how big are we stretching this year? And it feels like 500 people are needing to, wanting to, feeling like they need to join this event. 500 people is a lot more than we had last year. We had 125 last year, but I really feel this number. And so I hope that if you are able, you might share this with anyone who could be interested, that you let them know of the different ways to get involved. And if you are sharing this out, by the way, and you're an attendee or a potential attendee, you can get 10% of every ticket that gets sold through an affiliate link. So feel free to sign up. I'm happy to share the wealth with you and happy to give that to you for helping this message go further. The whole point is that we would grow together and sustain this together. We are going to have our first in-person event next year. I'm really excited for that. So just stay tuned for more details. We're sorting out all the details, the pricing and everything. Star All Access people will get first access to those events. So another benefit of becoming a Star All Access member and splitting up those payments as the year goes on. Still attending full for OracleFest. You get in the Zoom room on the Star All Access pass, but it's only $77 a month for a year. And then you get access to all the rest of the events, all the rest of the replays, and all our events happening next year as well, that are all online. And I'm really excited to think about 500 people meeting on Oracle Mountain and being in this OracleFest space online together, because we know that there's thousands and thousands of people who would really benefit from this specific event. But 500 people on this year 2 means that we're able to multiply the amount of people who receive clarity and who feel devoted to their spiritual path because they feel supported by all of us. And so we're then able to really shift timelines collectively. We're able to raise the vibration of our human collective, our human consciousness. We get to see really cool breakthroughs. Like with 500 people, the amount of breakthroughs would be immense. And people can really come back to who they are and know that because they're surrounded by so many. So I really am excited by that goal and that number. And I pray that that happens. I think it'll be beautiful. And this is really how movements begin. And it is not an easy go. There's been many times where I've thought, oh my gosh, do I really have the strength? But feeling all of you in the ether and on Oracle Mountain when I go journey gives me all the strength that I need to continue on this. And then every time I meet with a speaker, they share this vision, they see it growing, they love what it's about. And it feels so, I want to say entrancing, but it feels captivating. I hope it captivates you as it captivates me, and reaches a place in your heart where you've been seeking or longing something like this, just like I was. I was really looking for some event that was like this and didn't exist. So I made it. So this is very much like an activation, and it's an awakening. It can very well serve as a new beginning, a transition, especially if you're taking on something big this year. If you're looking to expand your spiritual self in some kind of way, you're getting that kind of rumbling that your life is supposed to change and is going to change, or that your work really needs to evolve. This is a great year for claiming that path, and for, Firehorse charging forward, for Phoenix rising up into the you that you do already have a sense of deep within your heart. So 2026, we step out of hiding. The oracles come out of all of us, and we do not dim ourselves. We do not hide our light. We don't wait for the clarity. We actually begin creating it through acting according to our inner oracle and our synchronicities, our personal alignment, what feels right for us at all times. So OracleFest is going to open up the year for that. It will open it up with ceremony, and you'll be able to have that feeling of remembrance. I love this feeling of remembering who we are, a long community, and with like a high degree of momentum. Let me tell you, I experienced all 3 days fully every session because I'm hosting. And so it was a major, major personal transformation to get to the end of those 3 days, having experienced every speaker and what they had to offer. I am forever changed by it. And I know this year is going to be no different. It's only going to be more powerful with every passing year as this vision grows with all of us included within it. So the early bird is open, $333 until December 22nd. Okay. So $333 until December 22nd for this full 4-day festival, all the replays included from this event. More than 44 speakers, all the replays, you get every ceremony, every panel, every sound healing, all the activations, everything, every workshop. And then there's the live watch, which is $44, which you watch on the YouTube, like on the back end, we'll send you the page for it. But you won't have the replays and you won't be in the Zoom room. So that's just the trade-off of that. And then if you want to join the Star All Access Pass, you get in the Zoom room, you get priority access to discounts and the retreat information. You get to split up your payments over time, so it's not all at once. and you get to join us for all the events throughout the next year. $77 a month for a whole year. You get everything. You get all in for all things OracleFest. You'll also get a discount for next year's OracleFest, just FYI, if you're part of the Strahl Access Fest. Just because I love to reward people who are committed to their path throughout the year. I don't believe that it's just this one moment, but this is a pretty big epic moment. So if this has got to be your one, it's still a great one to join. So however it is you're able to join us, we would love to have you there. There are opportunities to upgrade your ticket if you need. So if you just want to make sure you have a seat, make sure that you don't forget about this, then go and get that $44 ticket on the early bird. It's going to go up after December 22nd. So go and get that early bird live watch ticket or the full 4-day ticket. We can always figure out the rest after if you do want to upgrade to a different option. So this is not going to be just any year. This is fully ending your 9-year cycle and headed into this next 9 years, this fire horse phoenix rising moment. And it really feels like a moment where our say destiny feels like our path is really opening up. The tunnel is getting wider and wider, and we see the light so much more clearly now than ever before. And so I hope that you choose to rise with us and rise into the inner oracle that you already are deep inside. So I would love for you to be one of these 500 hearts that joins us on Oracle Mountain, and we bring this movement into the world. The links are going to be below. And if you have any questions, feel free, just write a message or email us, team@oraclefest.com. I'd be happy to answer anything that you might need. And we will see you there.